Now on WRDE Coast TV.
It's a cool start to the work week. Temperatures beginning in the 50s and 60s with more dry and mild fall weather in store for the week ahead. I'll track it on Futurecast coming up next.
Gun law blocked. It was supposed to go into effect in Maryland on Sunday. It now faces legal scrutiny.
Marijuana restriction review. Millsboro could become the latest Sussex County community to limit recreational use.
Moving closer to Margaritaville, the action scheduled tonight in Ocean City to allow the Jimmy Buffett-themed resort to go forward.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News Today. Your morning news starts right now.
Welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
It's Monday, October 2nd, 2023. Good morning. I'm Paige Marley.
And Paige, if you liked yesterday,
I did.
I have a feeling you're going to like today.
You know, I did like yesterday, but I didn't love it. You want to know why?
Because it was too hot?
Yes.
I mean, that's what you're saying. You were in a different part of Maryland, though. You weren't here.
I wasn't here. It was so hot.
It was fantastic here.
I was at a soccer game and I wanted like pumpkin spice latte, a blanket. I thought that would be like the vibe.
Said it was, what, tank top, sleeveless?
It was too hot.
Too hot.
Too hot.
Shorts.
You would have liked it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's my outfit.
Exactly. But Bob and I right now, we're ready for the more fall-like weather. So let's bring in first alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. Bob, what are you thinking? Was yesterday a little too hot for you?
It was a little warm, and it was a little hazy as well, Paige. We had some of that wildfire smoke, can you believe it or not, hanging around a little bit. And good morning to you, Matt, as well. The real fall weather doesn't move in until a week from today. In fact, later next weekend, it'll start getting cold, but a warm week on the way. Now out the door, temperatures in the 50s and 60s. As cool as 57 in Del Mar, 58 in Seaford, 65 in Rehoboth Beach. A little bit of breeze coming out of the north. Winds will be light. We're looking at clear skies. Watch out for limited visibility. We do have patchy fog. Make sure to use the low beam headlights, but then that will burn off as high pressure is building in from the west, and we've got beautiful, tranquil weather on the way. Here's 7 a.m. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s by 9. 69 Millsboro, Dewey Beach 65. I think it's a little cooler along the beach as we have an onshore flow, but mid to upper 70s inland Georgetown 77, 79 Del Mar, maybe 80 in Salisbury, but cooler 60s and 70s along the beach. Watch out for the kiddos at the bus stop this morning. Drive slow around the bus stop and stop when you see the stop sign. 59 off to school and heading home 75. Lots of sunshine for the kids.
All right, Bob, we have an update on Maryland gun laws. These were supposed to go into effect on Sunday. On Friday, a federal judge blocked the law preventing someone from carrying a concealed handgun in certain areas, such as a school or healthcare facility where they say there could be children or vulnerable adults. Now, one law that did go into effect, it's also facing legal challenges, and this one is raising the age to get a permit from 18 to 21.
We have some more information now on a crash that shut down Route 1 for hours on Saturday. Police saying the man that was hit is in critical condition. This accident happened in northbound Route 1 near Rodney Avenue. Police say a 38-year-old driving a Honda Accord hit a 36-year-old man who was walking inside a crosswalk. The pedestrian suffered life-threatening injuries. Police are not releasing any names at this time as they investigate, but they are asking any witnesses to call for help.
Got developing news out of Millsboro, where town officials are pondering whether to allow sale of recreational marijuana or not. Now, we've seen most of our community say no since recreational cannabis became legal in Delaware. And later today, Millsboro will weigh in on this about marijuana sales and production within municipality limits. It's currently on the town council agenda. That meeting starts at 7 p.m. tonight at the Millsboro Town Center.
We have some news to report on the Margaritaville project down in Ocean City. Today, happening, the town will have the first reading of an ordinance. And ultimately, if this is passed, the town will abandon and convey some air rights above the alley over Washington Lane between 13th and 14th Streets. That's needed for the project to move forward. Town Council has already taken testimony and public comment on this decision. The meeting is scheduled for tonight at 6 p.m.
Happening this morning, the Baltimore Orioles will pay tribute to all-time great Brooks Robinson. He passed away last Tuesday at age 86. Memorial service at Camden Yards is set to begin at 10 a.m. The Orioles say the memorial will recognize Robinson's impact on the organization, the state of Maryland, and the sport of baseball. We are now taking a live look at our nation's Capitol building. High drama here over the past few days. That drama could continue this week now that House Speaker Kevin McCarthy got a major political hurdle over that this weekend.
Yeah, but his actions that helped temporarily avert a government shutdown appear to have opened another challenge within his own party. John Lawrence shows us why one Republican lawmaker thinks it's time to close the chapter on McCarthy's leadership and how McCarthy's responding.
While the Biden White House breathed a sigh of relief after a government shutdown was avoided before the Saturday night deadline,
a needless crisis will have been averted, saving millions of Americans needless pain.
Republican Representative Matt Gaetz of Florida was not happy with the end result because House Speaker Kevin McCarthy worked alongside Democrats to get a deal done.
I do intend to file a motion to vacate against Speaker McCarthy this week. I think we need to rip off the Band-Aid. I think we need to move on with new leadership that can be trustworthy.
McCarthy says he's not surprised about the threat from Gaetz.
This is personal with Matt. Matt voted against the most conservative ability to protect our border, secure our border. He's more interested in securing TV interviews than doing something.
The stopgap bill signed over the weekend keeps the government running through November 17th, and Gaetz wants McCarthy gone long before then.
The only way Kevin McCarthy is Speaker of the House at the end of this coming week is if Democrats bail him out. Now, they probably will.
McCarthy, meanwhile, isn't backing down.
Bring it on, let's get over with it, and let's start governing. If he's upset because he tried to push us in a shutdown, and I made sure government didn't shut down, then let's have that fight.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
If Gaetz indeed files a motion to oust McCarthy, House leaders will have 2 days to schedule a vote on the issue.
There was a lot going on this week on the peninsula, and now our Madeline Overturf breaks it all down for us in Across Delmarva.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Madeline Overturf. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. Ocean City will set another special event zone beginning Tuesday through Sunday for the Endless Summer Cruising event. Speed limits will be reduced and fines will be increased for violations. All of the point is now reopened to public use in Cape Henlopen State Park. The stretch of Ocean and Bay Beach was closed in 2 parts for endangered shorebirds nesting. The 45th annual Fall Sidewalk Sale is back this Friday in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Stores have special deals through Sunday. Be sure to join us later tonight on Coast TV News at 5 and 6 for a look at some ideas Lewis has to help volunteer firefighters. We'll see you then. I'm Madeline Overturf.
Still plenty more news to get to this morning on Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, coming up, a new Maryland boating law now in effect, how it looks to mirror a key driving law in the state.
Also, Lewis celebrated Coast Day over the weekend. We give you a look at what learning looks like outside the classroom.
And tackling light pollution in Fenwick Island, the bridge project in the town, that could be an area of concern in the effort to limit lighting. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
Niall thinks he's the king, but you better watch out.
I would never! I apologize for their antics.
You're going to get used to apologizing for us.
The Voice, new tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Jesse L. Martin is back.
Why crash a plane and let the passenger survive? Why kidnap someone who couldn't afford the ransom?
I hear people are irrational.
The Irrational, tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
For a great shopping experience, Furniture Gallery is the place to pick up one-of-a-kind signature finds to complete your home decor. Come explore our selection of handcrafted furniture and get all the supplies you need for your own DIY projects. And through the doors is Shore Marketplace, where you'll find the most unique local shops at the beach. With over 40 local artisans, Shore Marketplace is truly a local connection you cannot afford to miss. And next door you'll find Scrub Apparel outlets. All this under one roof with easy access off Coastal Highway North.
Only Ultimate from McQueen Classics. From full restorations to customs, everything is in top mechanical condition. Plus, we offer complete in-house service with expert technicians. Or if you already have a classic gathering dust, give us a call. The classic car market is on fire, and we would be more than happy to come and get it. It's time for the ride of your dreams from McQueen. Behind the new Redners on Route 9 in Lewis.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, kick off our DIY Halloween series with candy corn orbs. Warm up with the best fall tea flavors. Plus, learn how the Frogs Fairway golf outing is making strides against breast cancer. Coast Life today at 4 on Coast TV.
For weather coverage you can count on, get the WRDE weather app with live radar and severe weather alerts, plus a 10-day forecast. Download the free WRDE weather app, built by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
6:10 on our Monday morning. A beautiful start to our day. Tidal Health Cam from Seaford, clear skies. 58 degrees. Sun's not up for another 50 minutes or so. As we're looking at conditions in the 50s and 60s right now. Del Mar 57, Selbyville 58, 63 Bethany Beach, 65 in Rehoboth with a light breeze right now. We've got clear skies, but do watch out for those areas of fog as we have high pressure back to our west. Taking a stroll on the Bethany Beach Boardwalk. Looking great this morning. Lots of sunshine and temperatures in the 60s, eventually lower 70s later this morning.
Well, we have a traffic update to tell you about. This is road work that is happening on Route 1 and 16. This is in the Milton area. On Route 1, today through Friday, you will see lane closures. This will be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. You will also see lane closures at night. That is 7 days a week from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Then on Route 16, daytime closures, they are 7 days a week, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The nighttime closures, they will run from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. 7 days a week. These closures are going to be long-lasting, folks. They are scheduled to continue until April 30th of 2024. Developing news happening today in Fenwick Island, limiting light pollution there. Town officials are reviewing options during a residential committee meeting, and some of the conversation revolves around the pending bridge replacement project and the lights that will be constructed on it. Other coastal communities have proposals for new systems that limit light projected into the night sky that washes out the visibility of stars.
According to a National Labor Relations Board judge, Starbucks has violated federal labor law. The judge ruled that the company did so by withholding pay hikes from unionized employees. The coffee giant announced last year it would raise wages and offer new benefits to non-union employees. But the judge ruled that was a corporate-wide attack on the employees' right to unionize. That judge recommended that Starbucks compensate unionized workers for the wages and benefits they were denied. But Starbucks is planning to appeal that decision. We have some new signs that inflation is cooling. The Commerce Department released the Personal Consumption Expenditures Index. That department said inflation rose 3.9% for the year ending in August. That's the lowest annual increase that index has seen in 2 years and is a positive step toward the Federal Reserve's target of 2% inflation. However, the rising cost of energy may continue to put an upward pressure on overall inflation. Earlier this month, oil prices surged further after Saudi Arabia and Russia announced plans to extend production cuts.
Still ahead, celebrating our coast. We show you how learning outside the classroom can be fun for everyone.
And still pretty dark out there right now. Should start to see some daylight soon. Here's our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam. Maybe a little bit of patchy fog out there, so take it slow. Use the low beam headlights. Then lots of sunshine later today with mild October temperatures. That'll be the theme all week. I'll have the complete forecast after the break.
The new upscale OC Chopsticks Asian Bistro is the place to go for fresh, hand-selected ingredients used to create the most delicious Asian delicacies. Come dine in, have a drink, and let our skilled chefs prepare your authentic Thai, Chinese, and Japanese dishes. At OC Chopsticks, we take what was good and make it better. Sushi rolls, noodle soups, General Tso's chicken, you see where we're going. Anything made fresh is better. Serving lunch and dinner daily, located at the Ocean City Outlets. OC Chopsticks Asian Bistro, we stay fresh.
Transform your outdoor space with Backyard Works. We are Sussex County's one call for all your fence, deck, handrail, pergolas, shower, and trash enclosure needs. Locally owned and operated, we make all our vinyl and aluminum fence right here in Harbison, Delaware, from American-made manufacturers. Cut out the middleman and deal direct. As a TimberTech Platinum Deck dealer, our trained team will professionally install your deck that will last a lifetime. Give us a call and let us make your backyard work.
Is your deck ready for the next family party? Let Paul Davis show you how easy, stress-free, and quick we can resurface or install a new AZEK deck for you. The AZEK decking looks like wood, insect-resistant, and won't fade. We can see you as soon as tomorrow, offer a free design, and have an estimate that day. Don't want to pay now? Take advantage of our no payment, no interest option until 2024. This is the last chance of the year to get composite decking for the same price as salt-treated wood. Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling, we are the difference makers.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Welcome the new season with a deep cleaning by Stanley Steamer. Our certified technicians will renew your carpets, air ducts, upholstery, tile floors, and more, clearing away the dust and debris. We clean using powerful proprietary equipment and family-safe cleaning solutions to leave your space looking and feeling fresh. Call or go online to schedule your professional cleaning with Stanley Steamer today.
Monday morning. That's a live look at Seaford on our Title Health Cam. Those cars moving quick. Where are you guys going? Work? Running late?
Hope there's not a speed trap there.
Yeah, be careful, everybody. Hey, some of the roads can be, no jokes, the roads can be a little foggy today. Bob was letting us know that earlier, so slow down on your way in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have the patchy fog, which can actually be more dangerous because you can just come upon it like that. So make sure you use the low beam headlights, and that fog should be burning off mid-morning. Make sure you scan the QR code right there. That will get you to the CoastTV weather app. Lots of great weather information on there. Here's some more weather information. Beautiful weather and temperatures gorgeous for this time of year. 74 now for the second day of October. That's the average high. And I'm expecting around 77 today, 80 Tuesday, 81 on Wednesday. So some really nice days. The only fly in the ointment might be a little bit of haze, little bit of wildfire smoke still coming from Canada, but not much. And then upper 70s Thursday into Friday. We're looking at a lot of clear skies out there right now. Watch out for areas of patchy fog, but that will quickly burn off this morning. And we finally have nice clear weather all the way from Virginia, the Norfolk area, to New York and to the Northeast. We've been plagued by Ophelia. Everybody's been plagued by it for the last week, until this weekend, and then it finally cleared out. And now we have high pressure building in, and this high will stick around for some time to come. And there's Ophelia still spinning her wheels, but well offshore now and continuing to move away. So no tropical worries this week, just beautiful weather on the way as we've got 50s and 60s out the door, and we've got light winds as well. They will be light and variable today. So once we get rid of the fog, we're looking at 50s and 60s and close to 70 already in Millsboro by 9 a.m. with some 60s along the coast. And then by noon, 77 Seaford, 78 Delmar, Selbyville 75, some cooler 60s along the coast, and then mid to upper 70s inland for the warmth of the day with 60s and 70s along the beaches. And then tonight, maybe a little bit of fog, a cool start with 50s on your Tuesday morning. And then we're looking at upper 70s by noon tomorrow, even warmer, maybe up to 80 in Seaford as we go into your Tuesday afternoon. Delmar 81 in Salisbury, but cooler 60s and 70s along the coast. I think we'll see this northerly wind begin to shift to the northeast and east and become an onshore wind as we go into Tuesday. So that will keep us a little cooler. Now, looking ahead, we've got a big fall cold front coming our way this weekend. Later Friday, a few showers with front 1, and then front 2 will trigger a few more showers later Saturday, maybe a rumble of thunder, and then behind it, the real deal. The first cool fall air mass is on the way as we go into next week. But this week is feeling like summer. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, lots of sunshine through Wednesday, upper 70s today, lower 80s Tuesday and Wednesday, more clouds Thursday, and then by Friday, one round of showers 77, a cooler 70 for the high on Saturday, a few more showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. Now look at that low by Sunday, 49, and then a high of 64, and that cool weather continues into the following week.
All right, thanks, Bob. Hey, a reminder, you can hear Coast TV news and weather updates throughout the day on our family of radio stations right there on your screen for you. Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 FM, 93.5 The Beach, and Big 107.7.
There's more to the coast than just the beaches, and to prove that, hundreds of people gathered in Lewis to do a little learning and have a little fun with science. Coast TV's Carmen Holland shows us how science isn't always just for the classroom.
48 years of science made fun.
We enjoy every time we come, rain or shine. It's always been a great experience. And it's just wonderful to learn new things and see what the new science brings.
Coast Day at the University of Delaware campus in Lewis is a chance for the community to come out and
that glimpse under the hood of what happens on this campus. And it is important to them, trying to understand how to be better stewards of the environment.
Little ones seeing sharks up close, living or preserved for research, learning about the place they live, making crab headbands, or even creating microbes. Brianna Gainey says her kids are very hands-on and today has been fun.
Like they wanted to come today, and that's when they do their best learning, when they're personally invested. And my kids spent all summer at the beach like picking up horseshoe crabs, and now they're learning more about like horseshoe crab anatomy and life cycle stuff, and it's cool that they have more of a depth to those experiences now.
Coast Day is about the community, the children learning by sight or by touch what science is. Organizers say it's about the adults learning something new.
Once people graduate from high school, even college, they don't see much science beyond local weather. But the real meaning of this is to engage in the science and understand that they do have an impact on their environment.
Some booths that are like you come and look at a poster and you can have like an adult discussion about issues that are going on, but it's nice to have a little bit of both.
From robots to horseshoe crabs.
Eggs.
Coast Day in Lewis was a success. In Lewis, I'm Carmen Holland, CoastTV News.
Try not to poke.
After the break, details of the harsher consequences Maryland boaters could face if convicted of being under the influence. Don't go anywhere on CoastTV News today.
NBC News Daily, weekdays at 1 on CoastTV.
Fall's the time to give your lawn the attention it deserves. The cooler weather and optimal soil conditions make it the perfect time for overseeding and fertilizing. Visit Johnson's knowledgeable staff for proper steps using our lawn checklist to allow newly seeded grass to establish before the harsh winter arrives. Our grass seed is formulated for sandy soil on the eastern shore containing no inert matter. Also, don't forget to create your fall masterpiece at our Dunbar or grab supplies to feed your feathered friends. Johnson's Seed and Feed, your local team to keep your grass green.
Need help giving a gift? Make your loved ones feel special. Celebrate their birthday. Congratulate a colleague's achievement by sending them a shout-out through Delmarva Life Occasions. All for free on delmarvalife.com. Upload a picture with a message about the special celebration. Delmarva Life Occasions is brought to you free by Island Creamery, found in Chincoteague, Salisbury, and Berlin.
All the natural light of the great outdoors, right in your dining room. Shell Brothers, find your great indoors. All the solitude of the outdoors, without the bad Wi-Fi connection. Shell Brothers, find your great indoors.
The Ducks classic hits from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. The Duck on 107.1, 105.1, and 104.3. The station where you know the words to every song.
Maryland boaters, there's a new law in effect. If you are convicted of boating under the influence and you later get convicted of driving under the influence, that boating charge can be used to increase the penalty of the driving charge. According to the state of Maryland, the goal of this is to keep the waterways safer. They're also stressing never boat under the influence.
Maryland Governor Wes Moore declared that October is Maryland Horse Month. There are a number of special events showcasing Maryland's horse industry, which the governor says has a $2.1 billion economic impact when you factor in the Preakness, Assateague, and more.
Sun is back, and so is the rise in the UV index, and $2 million tickets. Wait a minute, we're going to talk about Powerball here. I'm getting my weather script mixed up with the Powerball script. Let's talk Powerball first, guys. An estimated $1.04 billion. The new jackpot's the game's second largest this year. It's the fourth largest in the history of the game. The next Powerball drawing is set to take place tonight. And Matt, I know you're buying a ticket.
I am, yep, because this is my losing one from Saturday, so I do have that on my to-do list to go out today. We mentioned the sunscreen. I guess the sunscreen police might be back out in force today.
My job is back?
I would think so. Even though it's the beginning of October, guys, that sun is still pretty strong. So we do need the sunscreen. I definitely want to pack it for sure. And it is time for our UV index brought to us by Face of Grace, a practice in sun safety. So the sun not as strong as it was, say, a month ago, but still we're in the high range. We have 6s today and tomorrow, and then back into the medium range Wednesday through Friday. So when we're in the high range, you still want that 30+ SPF. Find the midday shade and limit time outdoors. But when we get into the medium range, make sure you have the sunscreen, find the midday shade, but you don't need to limit your time outdoors as much. And we are looking at big changes as we go into the weekend. I'll talk about those changes coming up.
You also coming up on Coast TV News today. The government shutdown has been put on hold for now, but another issue is arising within the Republican Party. Why not everyone is satisfied with the decision.
Also sprouting more conversation in Lewis, how you can make your voice heard at a public hearing on a tree ordinance that's happening today.
And language education, how the Cape Henlopen School District is doing what's needed to cater to its diverse student population. We'll be right back on Coast TV News Today.
Do you have one of these? Let us turn it into this. It's not magic. It's the Car Store's Buying Center. We make it easy and it's hassle-free. Call today or visit yourbuyingcenter.com.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, kick off our DIY Halloween series with candy corn orbs. Warm up with the best fall tea flavors. Plus, learn how the Frogs Fairway golf outing is making strides against breast cancer. Coast Life today at 4 on Coast TV.
The winning's rockin' and rollin' at Ocean Downs with the Rockin' Riches Slot Tournament. Sundays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays in October. You can win free play and qualify for a chance to win $10,000 cash on October 28th. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
When it's your home, we know you always want the best. And if it's unique, stylish, and custom made, Superior Screen and Glass is your place. We are dedicated to providing the highest quality craftsmanship to our clients on every project. With our Pella and Anderson certified windows and doors, we will help highlight the beauty and function of your home with energy efficient, protective glass. To make your business or home superior and beautiful, trust the experience and expertise of Superior Screen and Glass.
Did you know enjoying social activities can slow down age-related issues? The key benefits are stimulation of the mind, improvement in motor skills, building interpersonal relationships, increasing confidence and independence. Home Well Care Services LEAP program provides interactive activities that clients can enjoy twice a month at our Georgetown and Smyrna locations. Incorporating LEAP in your loved one's routine can create a sense of fulfillment and motivation. To learn more information about Home Well Care Services, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
The Buying Center. We're here to buy your car or truck. Get an offer in minutes and get paid the same day. It's fast, it's easy, and you can get paid the same day. Call the Buying Center now at 302-381-2674.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News Today. Your morning news starts right now.
It's October 2nd, 2023. Good morning, everyone. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley.
6:28 a.m. working our way through a Monday morning, first Monday of October. Yeah. A lot of activities this month. You have your Halloween at the end of the month. You have your fall festivals, Oktoberfest, all the pumpkin patch things.
Oh, so excited. Oh, all the pumpkin picking and the pumpkin spice lattes. It's
Those
just...
mazes, the corn mazes?
Yes, the corn mazes. What's your favorite?
I'm going to go with a corn maze.
A corn maze?
That's always a little bit of a challenge.
Ooh, I'm going to go with corn maze too with you.
Okay.
Okay, want to do one together?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We should film it.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll plan this. You guys tune into the forecast. Here's First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahy. Bob, what's your favorite fall activity?
We like picking apples. Me and my wife like to do that, and pumpkins as well, and the corn maze is fun. And we put our Halloween decorations up this past weekend as well, so it is that time of year and beautiful weather to put the decorations out and do all those fall activities. Out the door, 50s and 60s this morning, 57 in Delmar, so you certainly need a jacket there. 65 over Rehoboth Beach, so a little milder along the beaches, and we've got light winds right now and mostly clear skies. There are areas of patchy fog, so use a low beam headlights and take it slower, especially around those school buses this morning, as we have high pressure building in from the west, and this will ensure some really nice weather, not only today, but for days to come. As we look at futurecast, mid-morning upper 60s, close to 70 inland areas by 9. By noon, mid-70s inland, cooler 60s along the beaches with an onshore flow. And then by the afternoon, I think we're topping out the upper 70s, maybe around 80 in Salisbury, but cooler 60s and 70s along the beaches, and a nice evening on the way, but grab the jacket. Today's checklist: don't need the rain gear, but use the low beam headlights in the fog. Be careful of that. That burns off mid-morning. Summer clothes, definitely by the afternoon. It'll be nice, and then make sure you have the sunglasses and the higher SPF sunscreen as well.
Will do, Bob. Thank you. The Cape Henlopen School District has seen a big increase in students who speak different languages. These include Russian, Ukrainian, Turkish, and Spanish. So to best serve those students, the district has added a handful of what they call multilingual learner professionals. CoastTV News reporter Ana Sofia Roman introduces us to one of these new hires and shows us how the program is helping create community.
What about if you're cold? What could you do if you're cold?
Kids go to school to learn, but when there is a language barrier, the challenges are multiplied.
You want to help them, you want to give them what they need, but at the same time, to build language, you have to have them produce language in English.
This year, Bryn Baruch is joining the Cape Henlopen School District to help close the gap for students trying to tackle a new language in her role as a multilingual learner specialist.
Although an MLL teacher can come in and support a singular student, what's really best is for the MLL teachers to help the content teacher or the classroom teacher learn those skills and strategies so that they're being employed all day long.
Dr. Luan Hudson, Director of Teaching and Learning in the district, stresses the importance of having multilingual learner professionals across the district.
They don't speak English, yet they need to learn the same things that all of our English-speaking students need to learn. So they need additional supports to help them be successful in the classroom.
2023 marks the fourth year the Cape Henlopen School District has utilized state funds for this program. This year, that number topped $1.4 million to support low-income students and multilingual learners.
Can you find the flowers in the picture?
Baruch has worked with this population for the last 12 years and says her favorite part is the difference she sees in her students' lives.
I love the fact that when students exit EL services that they are fully bilingual, and I think that's such a strength for them moving forward.
The Cape Henlopen School District says they will see another increase in multilingual learners this year as things stand now. Currently, they have about 576 students, and that represents 14 different languages. In Lewis, Ana Sofia Roman, Coast TV News.
The money for these positions comes from a flex funding waiver that the school board approved.
Developing news about tree preservation in Sussex County. Happening today, Lewis has one idea to help. A proposed ordinance would require a minimum of one tree for every 2,500 square feet of land and also address more density requirements for new developments. The city says it is prioritizing keeping Lewis green. A public hearing on tree density scheduled for tonight at 6 p.m.
Drivers in Maryland, the Department of Transportation will begin a paving project to repair parts of US 13 later today, and it says you should expect significant delays. This is going to be in the Fruitland and Salisbury area. The work should take most of the month as long as the weather cooperates. Crews will work during the week from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and that will lead to single-lane closures throughout this project.
You're getting a live look at Washington, D.C. and the Capitol building, still waiting for the sun to come up over the nation's capital. Over the weekend, though, a major crisis was avoided. However, a pandemic pause was ended. Tens of millions of Americans with federal student loans to start resume making payments. Those payments were paused during the pandemic. Payments actually started yesterday, October 1st. About 1 out of every 8 Americans owes money on student loans. And collectively, those borrowers owe approximately $1.6 trillion in student loans. The Biden administration tried to pass off $20,000 in student loan debt per student, pass that over to taxpayers. However, the program was struck down by the Supreme Court in June.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy got over a major political hurdle this weekend, but his actions that helped temporarily avert a government shutdown, well, it appears that the House also opened up another challenge within his own party. Republican Representative Matt Gaetz of Florida was not happy with the end result because McCarthy worked alongside Democrats to get the deal done. The stopgap bill signed over the weekend keeps the government running through November 17th, and Gaetz wants McCarthy gone long before then. McCarthy, meanwhile, is not backing down. He's telling Gaetz, quote, "Bring it on."
Happening today, former President Donald Trump expected to appear in court. This is for the opening of his civil fraud trial. Got video of Trump arriving at Trump Tower overnight. The $250 million lawsuit was filed by the Democrat New York Attorney General, who alleges that Trump and his adult sons exaggerated their business assets for years. A New York judge determined last week that Trump's financial statements were fraudulent. Trump and his sons have denied any wrongdoing.
New Yorkers may wake up to hazy skies today. Mayor Eric Adams said smoke from Canadian wildfires may reach the city around sunrise. The state's Environmental Conservation Department says it expects air quality will be in the moderate range, so that means the air will pose some risk to people who are usually sensitive to air pollution. According to health officials, if people begin to get scratchy throat or watery eyes, you will want to head indoors.
Still more to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, many people came out for the Shore Living Expo over the weekend. How the event helps local Sussex County business owners. Also, a thriller in Philly, the back-and-forth game between Washington and the Eagles that ended in overtime.
And the search is on. Rehoboth Beach looking for a new city manager. The requirements for this key post in the nation's summer capital. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
Fall into planting at Bella Terrace Garden Center. Autumn is the perfect time of year for planting. Come check out our locally sourced collection of trees and shrubs of all shapes and sizes. Did you know? Bella Terra is open 7 days a week. Join our garden club for big savings and first access to all sale promotions. Stocked with the smallest of succulents to the tallest of trees, Bella Terrace Garden Center here for all your gardening needs. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram, located right off of Route 16 in Ellendale.
At the Preston Automotive Group, we believe a coach can have an important impact on their players' lives. And that's why we teamed up with DSN to present the Coach Who Makes a Difference Award.
Coaching your community, Preston Automotive here will donate $500 to that community.
At the end of this year, we will choose 3 of these coaches and award their programs with additional donation.
If you want to nominate your coach, just go to delmarvasportsnetwork.com and click on the Features tab.
Delmarva Sports Network and the Preston Automotive Group, together highlighting coaches who make a difference in our community.
Fall is upon us, and this season brings beautiful meaning to Delmarva. However, some critters are now looking for a new home. At Bennett Termite, we are dedicated to navigating these challenges, no matter what the season. After all, for fall, who wants to deal with spiders and annoying crickets? So, while I always say my tagline, please know that I truly stand behind our services. We are a local, veteran-owned company that works hard to stand behind our mission.
We decided to do upgrades on our house that we had built ourselves. We were looking for a particular company that would be on the same page we were as far as craftsmanship and take pride in a job well done. Now we're having the bathroom done, and we went with Spicer Brothers. I've never seen anything as fast and as efficient.
Unbelievable how quick he is, and for a one-man show.
He has a passion for his craft, and he's so efficient. We're just so tickled to death to have him.
So before you sign, keep Bass by Spicer Brothers in mind.
6:38 on our clear Monday morning. Sun's up at 6:57, so starting to see some daylight and clear skies on our Dry Tech Camp. 64 in Ocean City right now and some cooler 50s elsewhere. So 50s and 60s out the door. Make sure you grab that jacket out the door, too. Winds are pretty light. We do see areas of patchy fog, so make sure to use the low beam headlights. Otherwise, clear skies. We have high pressure building in from the west, so we're looking at a beautiful day. Here's our UV index brought to us by Face of Grace, a practice in sun safety. We're high levels today and tomorrow, but then back into the medium range Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So today and tomorrow, the higher SPF, the midday shade, and limit time outdoors. And for the medium range, make sure you have the higher SPF and find the midday shade.
Help wanted, that's the signal from Rehoboth Beach after Lawrence Christian tendered his resignation after 8 months. The city is officially back on the hunt for a new city manager. This person will supervise daily operations, direct multiple functions, provide leadership to department heads, and work with elected officials. Christian's last day will be November 3rd. The first review of applications will begin November 6th. The Supreme Court will again wade into the debate over whether government can moderate online content. This is the second year the justices have agreed to decide whether states can force social media companies to host content they would rather remove. The court's decision to consider laws passed in 2021 by Texas and Florida could impact how social media and website users display generated content. It could also make it harder for platforms to remove what they consider to be misinformation, hate speech, or other offensive material.
For the NFL season, NFC East battled the defending conference champs at home at the Field, taking on a surprising Washington team, attempting to bounce back from their first loss of the season, while the Eagles were looking to remain undefeated. We go to the fourth quarter of this wild run. Washington's Brian Robinson, strong running, takes it in, ties the game at 24. Under 2 minutes to go in the fourth. Jalen Hurts loads it up, and there is A.J. Brown. Eagles retake the lead and are looking good for the win, but final play of the fourth, Sam Howell finds Jahan Dotson from Penn State Page. Touchdown, Washington. We are headed to overtime, but the good times for the Burgundy and Gold end when Jake Big Toe Elliott wins it from 54 yards out. A thriller in South Philly. The Eagles are 4-0 for the second straight season. Washington falls to 2-2. We go to Cleveland. Ravens and Browns in a battle for first place in the AFC North. First quarter, Browns rookie quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson starting for the injured Deshaun Watson. Throws behind the receiver. It's tipped. Brandon Stevens is there for the pick. The Browns kind of lackadaisical to begin with, so great takes it all the way to 10. Very next play, the great 8, Lamar Jackson, the C's part. He's in for the score. Jackson runs for 2, throws for 2. Ravens show they are the class of the division. A total domination of the round.
Some sports news all the girlies can get behind. The Kansas City Chiefs drawing attention once again during their game over the weekend. However, it may not be for the reason you think. If you're like me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. As you can see here on your screen, songwriter Taylor Swift was in attendance at the football game for the second weekend in a row. Here she is, she's cheering on the team, including probably specifically Travis Kelce, who she's been seen with recently. So this actually brings us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know, what do you think about all this T-Swift coverage, the shots of her in the suite, the ads, the puns? Is it all a little too much? Let's take a look at your screen. These are the results from our CoastTV poll. 75% of you are saying slow down. It is too much. Just 8% of you saying it's actually not enough. Give us more Taylor Swift. 17% of you, it's just right. If you haven't voted yet and you want to give your opinion, head to WRDE.com or our mobile app. We'll show you some updated results later on today. But we're not done with the entertainment news. Another popular singer-songwriter going a different direction with his latest release. David Daniel has that and some more in today's Hollywood Minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, our friend Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran has released a new album, Autumn Variations, but don't look for any music videos or promotional singles. He's doing neither for his first independent release on his own label, Gingerbread Man Records. In an interview Friday when the album came out, Sheeran said the move was a way to avoid the pressure of being a major label pop star. There are no expectations because there's no company.
The residue is in the seed, and if we use that seed for food production, then it's in the food.
Go around spraying the whole forest. You change the whole environment. You don't hear no birds singing, any insect, nothing.
The documentary Into the Weeds looks at the purported toxic legacy of Roundup and the lawsuit by a groundskeeper with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma against the herbicide's manufacturer, as well as the larger questions of human health, biodiversity, and whether we can have a future without pesticides. Into the Weeds is in theaters one night only, Tuesday, October 3rd. Check fathomevents.com for locations and showtimes. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Still to come, the Shore Living Expo brought out vendors and families from all over Delmarva. We will show you the impact the event has on local Sussex County businesses.
And we're starting to see the daylight out there on Delmarva Hershey Exteriors Cam. A little chop to the bay, a little bit of breeze out there, and we've got cool temperatures, but gorgeous October weather is in store for Delmarva all week long. I'll track it on Futurecast and talk about a big change by the weekend coming up after the break.
Pinnacle team was awesome. I was impressed how that was. I mean, the big machines they had.
The floor looks great. It's brighter. It brightens up the room a lot. It's, the grit in the floor, it helps with us responding to the, getting to our lockers. Usually we come running through here and everything like that. The Pinnacle team was really great. They were professional. They were, very honest. They wanted to get us done, and they got us done on time. Pinnacle was amazing, and we absolutely love the floor.
Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, because quality matters.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on.
Let's face it, no one needs an injury lawyer unless you or a loved one have been hurt. Fighting with insurance companies for lost wages, unpaid medical bills, or worse, permanent injuries or funeral expenses. No one plans for that, except us. We are dedicated to helping people put their lives back together with every client and every case. Choose the right team. Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, Federico, Right Lawyers, rightnow.com.
Get the WRDE weather app, live radar, and severe weather alerts. Download the free WRDE weather app, built by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
WRDE weather brought to you by Window World of Delmarva, simply the best for less.
At Window World, we strive to be different, making customer satisfaction our highest priority.
As a retired veteran, it was great to work with Window World, who supports veterans programs. Window World did my entire exterior, roof, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and did a great job doing it. I would recommend Window World every day, all day, to everyone I know.
No matter the size of the project, you can trust Window World of Delmarva to get it done right.
Call or visit us online so we can get started on your project today.
6:46 on your Monday morning. That is a live look at Ocean City on the Dry Tech Cam. Sun isn't actually up just yet, but still a lot brighter than we've been seeing. Can finally see some of the sky, some of that water there, Bob, and not a bad day maybe to be on the water, Bob.
No, absolutely beautiful. And of course, the sunrise is getting later and later. Sunrise close to 7 now. And so, yeah, the days are getting shorter as well. Eventually, they will turn cooler, but not this week. We're looking at really nice weather. Make sure you scan the QR code right there, lower left part of your screen. That gets you to the CoastTV weather app. Average high for the second day of October, 74. I think we'll be above that today, 77 degrees. And it gets even better if you like the warmer weather. 80 on Tuesday, 81 Wednesday. I think we see the clouds increasing on Thursday, back to 78, and more clouds and showers later in the day with a cold front on Friday, 77, and then much cooler into the weekend. We'll take a look at that in just a second. In the meantime, lots of clear skies. Do watch out for areas of patchy fog. Make sure to use the low beam headlights, but that fog burns out pretty quickly this morning. We're finally seeing a clear East Coast. Of course, we were plagued with Ophelia last week, all the way from our neck of the woods up into New York, but now it's high pressure, keeping things high and dry. So great travel weather. And there's Ophelia still spinning around, but several hundred miles offshore, and it continues to move away. So no problems at all with the tropics this week. Looking at 50s and 60s out the door this morning, 57 in Seaford and Delmar, 66 in Rehoboth Beach, and a little bit of a breeze along the coast, but calm inland. And we're looking at that fog early on, and then lots of sunshine and temperatures quickly warming, close to 70 mid-morning inland areas and 60s along the coast as well. And by noon into the mid-70s. Maybe take the lunch outdoors. Looking great for those outdoor activities if you have the afternoon off. By 4 o'clock into the mid to upper 70s inland, close to 80 around Delmar and Salisbury, but cooler 60s along the beaches. And then tonight, we'll call it mainly clear, maybe some patchy fog, 50s and 60s to start the day, and a tad warmer tomorrow afternoon, upper 70s, close to 80, especially deeper inland, 80 in Seaford, 80 in Delmar, and then 60s and 70s along the coast. Muggy meter, I think we're pretty comfortable the next few days, but then the humidity starts to go up. It gets a little more uncomfortable by the end of the week. We get into a southerly flow, and here comes cold front number 1 as we go into Saturday with a few showers, and then cold front number 2 is a leading edge to much cooler fall weather as we go into Saturday. So maybe some late day showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. I think this rain is a little overdone, but the big story is the cool and dry weather. After that front, we're looking at highs in the 60s and lows in the 40s. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, 77. Lots of sunshine today. Lots of sun Tuesday and Wednesday with lower 80s. 78 on Thursday. Partly cloudy skies and then a few showers on Friday with the cold front. 77 and then a reinforcing shot of cool air on Saturday. 70 with a few showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. Then that much cooler air by Sunday with a high of 64. And look at that low into the upper 40s. We've got more of that cool weather into the following week.
All right, thanks a lot, Bob. Shore living, sure thing. That was the sentiment as people gathered for an expo for your everyday needs. Coast TV's Carmen Holland shows us how sometimes you might not know you need something until you actually see it.
On a Saturday in Salisbury, the Shore Living Expo kicked off.
Fantastic, very busy.
Shore Living Expo is an event showcasing different businesses, artisans, and vendors from all across Delmarva. From coffee to patio building, appliances, homemade spices, even a deer head. Coast TV's own were there to greet visitors who came from far and wide. And local Brian Huntington says the expo was something great for him and his kids.
Just to see all the different artisans that are here, just really nice. It's really clean, well lit, and it's just something that my kids got my kids out of the house.
Claire Shockley owns her own peanut brittle business and says the people she's encountered today are
very down to earth and kind of true grit to the Eastern Shore.
Wanda Guyton, who owns a coffee business in Rehoboth, says events like this are important for small businesses like hers and for people to see what Delmarva has to offer.
Variety of vendors that you see, you wouldn't think you're coming to an expo and you'll experience candles or body scrubs or coffee and sugar and tea, right? So I think it's something here for everyone.
The Shore Living Expo will be back next year. If you're a vendor interested in being a part of this event, just go to WBOC.com and look for events. In Salisbury, I'm Carmen Holland, Coast TV News.
6:51 now. Time to check in with our coastal pet of the day, brought to you by Maggie's Pet Boutique.
Yeah, our first coastal pet this week is Maggie, and as you can see on your screen, Maggie is a sea colony doggie who loves tennis balls, and we admire Maggie, especially her that our content manager, Zoe, had a dog who looked just like Maggie growing up. This picture, Maggie, was sent to us by Richard.
Adorable. Keep sending us those photos. We want to see more of your pets. So send us those photos with a little description of what makes them so special. How to do that is on your screen.
Yeah, we have the tennis ball in that picture. Yeah. Looking for those type of things, email us at content@WRDE.com. Then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all of the pets we feature. We'll be right back after this.
Meet us downtown and shop till you drop. The Rehoboth Beach Dewey Beach Chamber of Commerce announces their 45th annual Fall Sidewalk Sale. Join us Friday, October 6th through Sunday, October 8th. Shop downtown Rehoboth Beach and Resort area for a tax-free shopping extravaganza. Save on everything from clothes to accessories and gift items. And bring your husband. Waiting at the beach isn't half bad. Rain or shine, the sale goes on and parking is free. Join us downtown at the Rehoboth Dewey Beach 45th annual Fall Sidewalk Sale. Friday, October 6th through Sunday, October 8th.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Success isn't just about money, it's about finding your purpose, building something you're passionate about, empowering people, and creating joy for others. We serve happiness, and great success is built on great relationships. That's why 15 years ago, I partnered with County Bank. County Bank believed in my vision. They helped me expand my business to new heights. Their commitment to personalized service, innovative solutions, and strong community ties makes County Bank the perfect partner for my journey to success.
Where legendary locals bank. County Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, Linda, come check out my bathroom remodel. I'm having it done by those guys on TV. They do everything.
Paint me green and call me a cucumber. I thought they was gonna spice up your bathroom, Cletus. You should have called Peninsula Bath.
Listen, Linda, you made the right choice.
At Peninsula Bath, we do bathroom remodeling, and that's it. Top quality, competitively priced, and customer focused. And ready when you are.
Thank you, Peninsula Bath.
When you visit the Delmarva Design Center, you'll experience a selection of appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring all together in one showroom. The 10,000 square foot location has a variety of inspiring samples for any project size or budget. Your dedicated product experts and designers collaborate to bring your dream project to life. Come and see what the kitchen industry buzz is all about. Experience the Delmarva Design Center in Selbyville, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva's coast.
It's 6:54. It's time now for some things you need to know before you go. Some news to report on the Margaritaville project down in Ocean City. Today, the town will hold the first reading of an ordinance. If it's passed, the town will abandon and convey some air rights above the alley over Washington Lane between 13th and 14th Streets. That's needed for the project to move forward. Town Council has already taken testimony and public comment on this decision. This meeting is tonight at 6 o'clock.
An update on Maryland gun laws that are supposed to go into effect on Sunday. On Friday, a federal judge blocked the law preventing someone from carrying a concealed handgun in certain areas. Now, one law that did go into effect also faces legal challenges, and that one is raising the age to get a permit from 18 to 21.
Today at 10 a.m., the town of Fenwick Island is hosting a Residential Concerns Committee meeting, and one interesting item on the agenda is the Dark Skies Initiative, which has a goal of limiting light pollution. We've seen other towns tackle this subject over the past year. In Fenwick, at least some of the conversation revolves around the pending bridge replacement project.
Maryland Governor Wes Moore declaring that October is Maryland Horse Month, and there are a number of special events showcasing Maryland's horse industry, which the governor says has a $2.1 billion impact. This is when you factor in Preakness, Assateague, and more.
All right, feeling a little nostalgic,
Yes.
Toys R Us is getting creative as it continues to work on a comeback.
Yeah, the retailer's parent company says it plans to open locations at airports and also on cruise ships.
Cruise ships is a good idea.
Yeah.
It also intends to have 24 new flagship stores operational for the 2024 holiday season. The new locations add to some existing shops at Macy's stores.
Yeah, that partnership is giving Toys R Us new life after it shut down all locations in 2018.
That took over social media. Do you remember that?
That was a big deal.
That was a big
A
deal.
lot of people were not happy.
All of us were mad, and it's like, well, when was the last time we all bought a toy? You know?
I know. It was always nice to look at, though. I always,
It was.
even in my adult years, I'm like, you know what? I could have fun with that.
That's what I'm saying, exactly. All right, well, hey, if you're sad about that, you can get happy now for Toys R Us, but also happy for the weather.
Yep. One more final check with First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey.
Yeah, you know, it is good to see Toys R Us is back, and was it Jeffrey Giraffe? Yeah. Yes, Jeffrey Giraffe. Yep. I remember Toys R Us vividly. Lots of great stuff there, and lots of great early October weather. Watch out for areas of patchy fog this morning. Temperatures in the 50s. You need the jacket out the door, and we'll see lots of sunshine today. Could see a little bit of haze. That's because we are looking at some smoke from wildfires in Canada, so watch out for that. Otherwise, looking at temperatures into the mid-70s for this afternoon. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Tuesday and Wednesday, lots of sunshine, looking fantastic. Lower 80s, upper 70s Thursday with increasing clouds, and then we see a cold front later Friday, 77. With some showers, a sharper cold front on Saturday, maybe some rumbles of thunder with a high of 70, and then the big cool down. Beginning Sunday morning, we're in the 40s. That continues into next week with highs into the mid-60s as we get into some beautiful fall weather. End of next weekend into next week.
Good, Bob. Thank you, and thank you for joining us on Coast TV News today.
And the Today Show's coming up next at 7 a.m.
We'll be back with Coast TV midday at 11, so stick with us.
And for even more news and coverage you can count on, download our Coast TV News and weather apps. Have a great Monday morning, everybody.